Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Drok Beats. I'm taking over Pat Ryan's YouTube real quick. I'm just doing a quick vocal mixing tutorial, and the example I'm using is a song of Pat's, Goldfish. He recorded that with me up here in Atlanta. We just recorded in the kitchen, so no excuses. You don't need a vocal booth. I'm just gonna show you all the process of how I did it, and that's about it. I'm gonna be popping in every now and then, just showing y'all a little bit of mixing tips, how I do things. But yeah, so I'm gonna play this song and I'm gonna just show you all the process.
Shawty, I just wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance. Wrote this song for you. When I first met her, I was 18. Was in lunch at school.
But yeah, like it's basically a pretty simple setup that I have going on for him. All I really did was I took, when we recorded, the way I record everything, we got the hook, we got the verse, he doesn't have ad libs. He doesn't like ad libs. He's got some harmonies at the end. We kind of like chopped everything together a little bit. Like he would do like maybe like 4 to 8. We would cut it. Actually, it looks here like he kind of ran through. We didn't really chop him in too much. But yeah, so I separate everything. Hook, verse, bridge, things like that. Harmonies. And I actually sent everything to a bus, as you can see. So the hook is going to bus 1. That's the output. It's going to bus 1. Other part of the hook, bus 1. Harmonies are going to a harmony bus. Verse going to bus 1. So I kind of sent everything to the same bus just to make it real simple and easy. Once it gets to that bus, I have a label, lead vox, lead vocals, and I started with just EQ. So I use waves. I use some Logic stock plugins. You can basically use any plugins. Basically, all works the same. Not really the same, but it's the same concepts. So all I really did, as you can see, I'll play just his vocals. This is just basic EQing.
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little.
So first thing I put on all his vocals was EQ. I took out some low end. I just kind of rolled up until I started hearing that I took out maybe a little too much and brought it back. I took out, some low mids right here, 300, 450, around 500. That was mostly because of the room that we were in. And then I added just a little bit of high end, over 8K. And without it,
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove.
yeah, so you can see how it cleans up his vocal a little bit. And I do this on every mix that I do. I go EQ, compression, maybe compression again, EQ, compression, just back and forth. Next thing I put was a CLA, which is basically emulating a hardware, an analog piece of hardware. And so, it has a little analog button. I turn that off. It just adds like noise. And I'll show you what it sounds like with and without that. The way you use it is peak reduction is basically the more compression you're adding, and gain is gain. It's how hard it's pushing the vocal. And here, this little button right here, this little knob, that's basically telling you how much you're compressing the low end. So I'll play it with and without it.
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance. Wrote this song for you.
So yeah, his voice is already pretty. He's pretty level. Like he doesn't shoot up or down. So it's not super hard compression, but it did add some volume, and it added just the sound of this plugin, which is it really pushes it in the mix. It makes it sound real nice. I use it basically on every vocal mix I do. After that, I went to EQ again. So I took out some more low end, some more low mids, and it sounded like I think there was a little bit of harshness, so I'll play it with and without it.
Wanna get behind it, bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove.
Yeah, so it's real subtle. It just takes out some more low end, makes it sound a little cleaner. I'm gonna actually play it without any of these plugins, and then with it, so you can hear the difference.
Wanna get behind it, bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Wanna get behind it, bring it back a little, girl, rewind it.
And so the last thing I put on there was a little bit more compression. And basically the way you use this R compressor, and I use it twice on here, and this is how you would start out using it, is I leave the attack and release right in the middle. This one I changed a little bit. I just put it right in the middle, and then I bring down the ratio to like, around 2.5, 3, maybe 2, 2, 3, and I just work with the threshold. So just so you can hear what that sounds like.
Wanna get behind it, bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance. Wrote this song.
And gain is, that's just gain, just to bring up the volume. And that's about it. That's as simple as it gets. You can start messing with the attack and release to add more compression, make it a snappier sound, make it like more like a smooth sound. So with vocals, the faster the attack, the more it's gonna like chop it, almost to sound like Migos, like the way Migos is mixed. You're gonna push the attack and the release to be faster, so that way everything snaps. But here he's singing, so I didn't really want that kind of sound. So yeah, pretty simple. It's it's just EQ. You can use any EQ. R compressor. This one I left the attack and release the way it is, and I didn't do too hard of a ratio. I didn't even add gain. I use the CLA to push the gain and to compress it a little bit, just to make it louder. Use some more EQ, and then that's about it. That's really all I did for mixing. And what I did after that, though, is a little more advanced, is I sent everything to a bus.
Wanna get behind it.
And what that means is it's a little different than the way I was doing it before. So here I'm sending the channel through a bus. So I have his hook and verse going through bus 1. But here what I'm doing is when I use it as a send to the bus, it's basically making a copy of that channel. That's all it's doing. So I'm taking all his vocals, lead vocals, and I'm sending it to bus 2, and bus 2 is reverb. Sending it to bus 3, delay. Bus 4, this is like a little bit of like distortion, distortion, exciter, whatever. And bus 5, I'm widening his vocal. So this is just one way of doing it, and it's called parallel processing, parallel effects. And so I'll show you how that affects the sound. Basically, I started with reverb, and I'll just mute everything and play through it. And I sent it to a reverb. I just used a stock plugin. We just both agreed it sounded good. It's just like a medium reverb. I sent it all the way. I sent the entire signal. This little button right here shows how much of it you're sending, how much you're copying that signal basically. And then here I can adjust the volume of how loud I want that reverb to be. So now you're just going to hear the reverb by itself.
This song for you.
So real light on the reverb, super light.
Wanna get behind it, bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance, I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance. Wrote this song.
And that's it. And you can go crazy with it. You can put any kind of reverb you want. I put a high pass filter on it. And when you do it this way, it makes it easier to affect that reverb. Right, if you put it straight on the channel, you can't really put EQ and things like that on the reverb, which I didn't do, but you can do that. Then I added a delay. For the delay, here, I'll do it like, I actually didn't send that much signal, and I just kept the volume up. It's another way of doing it.
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind.
Just a half note H delay, and it's got a filter on it. As you can see here, low pass, high pass. It's got the BPM, it's all the way wet. And then I just mixed it in to see how it sounded.
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it.
It just fills in the spaces, that's about it. Next thing I did was saturation. I used, or excite or whatever. That was Pat. I gotta blur that out. So 10 minutes. So am I at 10 minutes? Oh, I gotta wrap this up. This is a 12-minute video. So I just sent to the saturation right here. I'll just play what that sounds like.
She just wanna dance. I just wrote this song for you. Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance. I just wanna groove. Baby, this your chance. Wrote this.
So you hear that how saturated it is. It almost sounds like a guitar effect. That's basically what you can use, and I just send it through a bus, and I just adjust the volume how I like it. So
wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl.
See, it just adds like a little bit of grit to his voice. It adds that like pop sound, makes it stick out a little more. And then the last thing I did was widen it, and that you send it. I use 2 waves widening effects. Use a doubler and the imager, and you can do it in different orders. It affects the sound. That's how I chose to do it that day. Now I usually do, sometimes I do opposite, doubler and imager. And
wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it. She just wanna dance.
See, that's way too much widening. You can hear it get all phasey, so I keep it like around here.
Wanna get behind it. Bring it back a little, girl, rewind it.
You're really only gonna hear that with headphones. The difference, it's real subtle, and it basically just takes his voice and opens it up. And that's about it. That's the whole thing. Quick run through of everything we just did was EQ, compress, EQ, compress. And then I send buses. I got saturation, widening, reverb, delay. And I did that for hook, verse. And then he's got some effects, some harmonies down here that we affected as well. And that's about it. That's all it is, really. You know, you got the beat, you got the vocals, and that's it. And then we sent it. I have Isotope on here, a maximizer. That's a mastering tool, or, you know, just a way to finish your mix. But Lil Bird was actually the one who did a quick master on it for us. So that's it. It's you know, pretty simple. It's just something, you know, and these little tips right here, you can just sit there and work on it. And that's basically what, you know, in essence, what pros use and what you can use as a beginner. If you're intermediate, it doesn't matter. And you can use it with any DAW, any digital audio workstation, any plugin, Slate, UAD, Waves, Logic stock plugins, Ableton stock plugins, doesn't matter. They all have EQ, compressors, delays, buses, saturators, everything. So you can take any of this and apply it to any program, basically. I'm going to play it one more time just so y'all can hear it.
Chance, wrote this song for you. When I first met her, I was 18. I was in lunch at school. Couple weeks later, she said, wanna come over? I said, yeah, that's cool. We ain't really waste no time. From the first day we clicked. She said, I like your style. I said, that's all you. You a down ass chick. Thinking about her, give me goosebumps.
Yeah, so it makes a big difference. It makes it sound polished, done, makes it sound like a record. So yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna be taking over Pat's YouTube every now and then, just do some tutorials. In the comments, let me know what I should go in depth in. If you just want me to go over EQ, just rap vocals, how to mix a beat, how to just do parallel processing, anything. Just let Pat know in the comments what I should do next time. And you can follow me at Drok Beats on Instagram. That's DROK Beats on Instagram. You can hit me on my website if you need anything mixed, mastered. Just hit me up there on my website, drokbeats.com. Instagram, Drok Beats. And shout out Pat for letting me do this. Until next time, I'll be doing some more tutorials.